Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Afetu Shola, and I'm very, very happy to be here today. Uh, I'm very happy to be the host. Very happy that I'll be coordinating this impactful journey. Like, this is somewhere everybody should be because this will not just be the normal type of classes that many people have been in. So we promised in this 4 month journey, we promised to make it lively, educative, impacting, and we believe that even before the end of the course, you should at least have gotten a deeper understanding about any course you apply for, and you should at least be getting a remote offer from a remote job. So here today I have with me my teammate. I have with me Patrick, who is a full stack engineer. I have with me Prince, who's also a full stack engineer, and me, I'm a technical product manager. So permit me to allow my Patrick and Prince just say hi to all of us.
Hi.
Uh,
Mm.
okay, Patrick, thank you very much for being here. Um, I think Prince will join us on the way. So we want to talk about the journey is uh, getting started with tech, and we have many things to cover, and we want to make it we want to break it down into a simple way, a simple way that we make everybody grab it, like make everybody understand and uh, like understand the course. So permit me, I will be sharing my slide. So I will use it to explain. Okay. Okay. Prince, please confirm to me that you can see my screen. So I'll know. Hello,
Yeah,
Prince.
yeah,
Please confirm that.
yeah.
Okay, I believe.
We
Okay,
can
thank
see
you
your
very
screen. We
much.
can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe if you can see my screen, everybody should be able to see my screen. So welcome to Ascend 2026, which is powered by Softzenith. So in this call, we have prepared a slide that is going to help us during this onboarding session. So first, our mission and our vision, because we have a reason and we have a purpose for the reason that push us in creating a program like this. So our mission is to empower African youth with tomorrow digital and technical knowledge slash skills, turning potentials into the power to build our continent future. We transform learners into confident creators who don't just write code, but build the system that drives global progress. See, I really love and admire this mission a lot because we don't just teach people how to write code because we are in the era of AI. So most of these are beginners, all these beginners. So due to most they're being exposed to AI, so most of them will just go to ChatGPT, type in some codes, but really do not understand what these codes entails and understand have a grassroots understanding about the code they are doing. But here we are going to break it down, make everyone understand, know the genesis and understand the flow, not just the syntax, but understand what the syntax is all about and how you can and how you can manipulate the syntax to portray, do creative things with syntax and all of that. I have a friend who is a front end engineer, and the guy is very, very good. And most times, there was this time that we are working together. So the guy showed me a front page, which I was surprised that because when I was asking him what programming language, I was expecting him to tell me Java and all of that, that Java is. But he only said HTML and CSS. And when he was saying it, I argued. And the reason why I was arguing because I was seeing some responsive nature of the uh, of the page, of the front page, and I was thinking Java was actually among the coding stuff that he used. But later on, I now discovered that it's because of this front end developer have a deep understanding about front end. So just with the little he knows, HTML and CSS, he was able to put something together. So this person already has a grad crew. So because of that, he was not able to put things together to calculate to give him a good result. So this is why I will employ any student that be going through this process, this formal process with us, should be patient and also do practice and try to understand everything. And this is why we will be doing a live session every day for everybody, so you can ask questions, reach out to any of us to put you through, do explanation, give you explanations and all of that. So our vision is to be a primary engineer of African digital rise by training 50 million youth. I repeat again, by training 50 million youth, we aim to ignite a new era of leadership where every young African possess the technical mastery and the bold confidence to architect the global tech revolution. See, this we are not just building or training leaders. What we are doing is we are actually creating leaders that is going to bring meaning to the digital revolution. So that is the type of student we are looking into building in this 4 month journey. So most times, many people have been asking that what are the opportunities for people? What are the opportunities for new junior developer, junior people that are just coming into tech? And I usually say many opportunities. There are many opportunities that you can get even in 3 months to your course. So let me share you a short story about myself. I was in school when I got my first job. From there, I got my second job. While from there, I got my third job. And it's not because of really I knew anybody, it was but because of the my background that I have in tech. And I usually say that I'm not really into tech fully because I'm this type of person. I get bored at seeing numbers and all of that. So because of that, I really do not put more effort in becoming a full stack engineer or becoming someone that will be doing a backend engineer. So what I do is I focus on my strengths because I like to see colors and I like to see more other things. So what I do is I focus on becoming very good and expert in my UI UX and other courses. So real world opportunity. So there are many freelancers that are looking for there are many freelancers that are looking for new new newbies that can help them do their freelancing work either remotely or hybrid or even on site. So there's Upwork. Personally, I've gotten job from Upwork. I think around 2020, I got a job from Upwork. So I've also so I have someone that got a job from GitHub jobs and all of that. So there are also remote jobs. You can be a software developer, engineering. You can be a front end, a backend developer, data entry junior, analytics, and project management and like that. So sorry that I'm rushing. I'm just trying to beat the time. So let's rush to the boot camp roadmap. So this is the place where most of the will be picking the levels that let me say the levels of the course. So we have level one, we have HTML and CSS where they will teach you about the let me say the basics of coding. And one thing they usually say about HTML is that is the foundation of any code. Is the foundation of any code. So I will leave Patrick to give a root breakdown to this bootcamp roadmap. So, Patrick, hello, Patrick.
All right, Tosin, thank you very much. That was really, really great. That was a great one. So, yeah, for the roadmap, right? So, we are really going to focus on software engineering, right? Front end and back end part of it. Okay. So, for level one, this roadmap, the bootcamp is actually segmented into different levels. So just like what we have on the slides, we have level one to six, and for level one, right, we'll be learning HTML. Okay, so HTML, just like Tosin said, HTML is the basic, right, of web development. Okay, so it is a structural foundation. It is what gives every website a foundation. Okay, we are going to dive deeper to understand how you can write HTML codes and why HTML is necessary. Okay, don't be scared. It's very, very simple. And then level two, we are going to, learn CSS. Okay, so CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Okay, so most times when you look at a website, you see how nice it is, right? You see how beautiful it is. So if you look at the screen, you can see some colors. Maybe you can see the blue color. You can see, some buttons. You can see maybe orange color, right? So those colorful, things or elements, right, is what you can use CSS to do on the website. Okay, so we are going to do amazing stuff, right, with CSS. So think of CSS like, you're building a house, right? And then we all know that if you build a house and you don't, paint that house, it's not going to be nice, right? Yeah, the house may be okay, but when you finally paint it, right, it adds beauty, right, to it. So CSS is the beautification, part of a website, right, or software. Are we together? So another level we are going to dive into is level three, which is JavaScript. Okay, so here we are going to dive into programming language. Okay, so now if you notice, if you notice, if you go into log into some website, you see that you can sign up, you can create an account, you can log in, right? You can view your maybe dashboards, some accounts, some platforms. You can view feeds, you can send messages. Okay, so all those functionality, right, that happens when you maybe click a button or you type a message to your friend, how are you? And that message, sends and your friend receives it instantly, right? Or almost instantly, right? So all those things that happens, there's a why, right? And the why is what you're going to be shown, in this bootcamp. Okay, so the programming language helps you to add logic to your softwares or your application. Okay, so JavaScript, okay, that's the programming language you're going to learn. The programming language and JavaScript, you are going to learn more about it. Is regarded as the language of the web. Okay, it is very very good for creating websites. Okay, though you can as well use other languages, but we are going to focus on JavaScript. Okay, now another thing we're going to learn is GitHub. Okay, so GitHub is a tool that software engineers, right, or yeah, mainly software engineers, right, use for collaboration. Okay, so um, if we have 10 software engineers or developers or more, right, working on a project, then the tool they can use to organize their code or collaborate, right, and work closely, right, and what's the word to use? Yes, collaboration, right? The word collaboration, yeah. So GitHub is that too. Okay, so it is regarded as version control. Okay, and why is that? We are going to dive deeper into how it works. Okay, you're going to learn about this. You're going to learn about you'll be hearing a lot of things, right? Pull, push, right? I mean, sometimes you've been wondering what is push, what is pull. You hear developers or software engineers saying, push, pull, and you'd be like, what the hell is that? Okay, you're going to learn all of this in this bootcamp, right? And another thing we are going to learn is choosing this number five. I can't really see it. Can you hide the Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so another thing we are going to learn is we're going to learn a front end framework. Okay, so as technology advances, right, and so we have to advance, right? We have to keep up to the trend. Okay, so after you learn how to create a website with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we are going to take it a bit further, right, by learning a library or a framework, okay, that will help us, do the same thing we did with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but in a different pattern, okay, in a different pattern. So yeah, um that's for that. And the framework we are going to learn, right, call it a library, right, is React. Okay, we are going to learn React. So what is React? React is a UI framework that was developed by Facebook. Okay, so we are going to dive into why you need React to create um, softwares, to create your applications. You're going to learn about SPAs, right? Single page applications, and the rest, right? So yeah, that's for level five, and finally, level six, you are going to learn about backend. Okay, So remember I talked about um, things working behind the scene. Okay, I talked about things working behind the scene, and in software engineering, there are levels of abstractions. Okay, in software engineering, the level of abstractions, and um, there are a lot of things that happen behind the scene without you, the user, seeing. For example, your bank, right? You want to withdraw a certain amount. You insert your card, or you put in your details, or you scan, or do some scanning, and then automatically the money leaves your account, right, to the person's account, right? There are some underlying logic, right, that are going on behind the scene that you don't know. You don't see it, you don't touch it, you can't feel it, and it just works, right? And those are the backbone, right, of softwares, of websites, right, and applications, right? So yes, we'll be learning about backend, and when you talk about backend, you talk about APIs, right? API stands for Application Programming Interface. Okay, you hear about databases. So you're going to learn about the different databases, right? You're going to learn about the different types of APIs, okay, architectures, right, and you are as well going to build projects. Okay, you're going to build projects, a lot of it, because project is what will actually help you to understand what you have been taught better. Okay, if you learn something and you can't express it, okay, so yeah, that's that's so yeah. I will now give this time to my colleague Tosin. Tosin, thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you very much. I appreciate, and that was spot on. So for the next slide, we're talking about what it really takes to become job ready. So this is the part that many people do miss it a lot because they want a job, but they are not really job ready. Every day, every second, every minute of the day, uh, job seekers and employers do post on their status that they are looking for people to employ. Job seekers too will be saying they are looking for jobs for themselves. But the truth of the matter is that most of them are really not job ready. And it's not because they don't want to be job ready, but because they lack the knowledge to be job ready. So today we are going to break it down for everybody to understand that what you should do, how you should do them, and what plan you should make to be job ready. So first of the thing you need to do is you need to learn. You need to be the best in anything you are doing. You need to have a deeper knowledge, deeper understanding, know every root and corner of anything you are doing. And this is not just you knowing it. Is I don't know how I will put this word. I'm looking for a better way to better explain this. uh you know, have you ever got there's this video that trended. I don't know if if many people if people get the opportunity to see that video. There was this interview, I think is from the dragons pitch. So there was this interview that this guy is I think a mobile app developer or a full stack, I think so. So when they asked him some questions, I think the guy was flopping. So they asked him what is MPV. I be MPV, yeah. But the guy could not really give an answer. The reason is not because the guy does not know the work, but because the guy has not have not have a root understanding about what he's doing. So, so this is why most people we need to take our time to learn. According to one of my boss, he usually say there is time to learn and there is time to come out. There's time that you need to stay quiet, stay hidden, keep developing yourself, to know what you are doing, to know to be the best, and there's time to come out. So this is the period for every one of us to keep calm and learn. I know many of us already have a basic background about either front end or back end or knows their HTML and CSS, but there are other a simpler way we could. There's something that's always you will always learn in any new thing. Like there's something new you will learn. That's what I'm trying to say. So the first thing you should do, you should be the best at everything you do. You should know everything. So the next thing is certificates. This is very important. This is very, very, very important. One thing about employers is that they will ask you where have you been satisfied that you know this job. So it's just like going to secondary schools after your secondary schools or your university stays. They will ask you, then after you've done everything, you do your exam, you have to pass those exams, then you'll be satisfied that okay, you graduated from this school. And I believe every one of us have either gone to primary, secondary, or even universities and they have gotten their certificate. So this is why certificate is very important. Certification is a proof that you are good and you are good at this job, that they've checked you, they've tested you, and you come out to have passed the course. So this is why we want, because we'll be also giving out, I'll be giving out tests and assignment like that for students to partake in. So this is not just to score you, but also prepare you and make you have the next thing we are going to talk about, which is portfolio. See, in tech and even in industry, having a portfolio matters a lot, and this is where many of us has been missing it. Having a portfolio, most of us are very good at what we do, are very very good, but we don't have portfolio to show for it. So in this industry of tech, either you're a full tech or you're an indirect tech or you are related to in tech. Even I believe if you are even a cleaner, they will ask you that where have you worked before, what have you done before. So this is not because they're asking just asking, they're asking because they want to know that if they entrust you with this role, will you do it perfectly well. So this is why our portfolio is important, because portfolio will stand as a proof and it will stand as a experience that this is what I've done, this is how I've done it, this is how great I am in my job. So this is why portfolio is very, very important. So the next thing you should be and you should have to be job ready is problem solving over syntax. Yes, you have to have that problem solving mentality to be job ready. You know, there are many people that when they give them challenging roles, they complain a lot even before looking at the job, what it entails, what they are going to do. But because they know that this is going to stress me out, they complain. So you should always have this problem solving mentality. Don't look for the problem, but how to solve the problem. This is going to help you a lot. Like when other people are seeing problem in something, you should look for how you should solve the problem. So this is problem solving over syntax. It should not just depend on your experience in coding. It should not depend on the codes and all of that. What you should focus on is the problem that you want to solve, and how you solve it. You should be creative enough to have a problem solving thinking and all of that. So this will be the end from my end. So I believe my other team colleague we have something else to tell every one of us. So thank you very much. Really appreciate the time. So Patrick, over to you.
All right, Tosin, that was really, really amazing. I personally enjoyed every bit of that. Thank you so, so much. So, yeah, I do have a couple of things I want to, just mention before we wrap it up for the session. Okay, so um, for those of us that have been wondering how the web work. So before I started my career, right, I used to imagine a lot of things, right? I mean, I used to get fascinated, by technology, which I still do, right? I mean, when you look at how things work, sometimes it's amazing, right? I mean, you kind of, you know, wonder how is this done, right? How does this even work? Okay, so one of the things you're going to learn in this boot camp is you're going to learn more about the web, you're going to learn more about internet, right? So you're going to learn about website, and as I said earlier, you're going to learn about front end and back end. Okay, so if you want to compare the internet and the web, okay, some people make this mistake of um, just mixing the two things to be the same, which you know is is really not. Okay, so what exactly is internet? So internet is a global network of computers, right, that are connected together. Okay, um but a web, right, is a service that runs on the internet. So the web is made up of website, web pages, and web apps. And if you still want to go um, in depth, you notice that these web pages, right, are now composed of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right, that we mentioned before now. Okay, so there are levels to the composition of things. Okay, we combine different things, they function as a whole, and then right, they perform their function and they work out of the box in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so another thing you are as well going to learn is websites. What exactly is a website? Okay, so website is a combination of web pages. Okay, so if you have different web pages and you combine that, you join that together, it becomes a website. And in this bootcamp, you're going to learn how to actually build, you know, um, nice and functional web pages. Okay, and website as well. Okay, all right,
Sorry.
Tosin, Sam.
Yeah, sorry, Patrick. I just want to see to people that drop in their chat. So I just want to quickly answer some questions which I feel we should answer. So someone is asking, do we have a website for learning? Yes, but we have a website. But the thing is, we want this our learning process to be very interactive and very engaging. So because of that, we'll be using a live session all through the program. And this is because we want our students to immediately ask us questions when they feel that they are not getting something. So because of that, we are not going online. We are not going online. So yes, we have website. So for the next question, I hope we will access the recording after the class. Yes, yes, yes. The record will always be online, so you can just go to our platform on YouTube. You can help us. You can you will see the videos there. So please also do well to subscribe so that you won't miss any section, and do well to share and like the platform. So sorry, Patrick. Okay, someone asked
Okay.
that we should kindly share the slide. Okay, we'll duly share the slide. We share the slide after the course. Okay, please leave. Okay. My name is okay. Thank you, Joshua, for being here. First, okay. Please, class. Yes. The class will be fully online. So maybe fully on YouTube too. I really can't say. So because the reason is because we want this class to be engaging, where our students can ask us questions and we can get to interact. So this is why we'll be doing it online. So Patrick, let me just leave it to your this is sorry for cutting you.
All
Thank you,
right,
Patrick.
listen, thank you very much. Thank you. So someone asks, I think I want to pick this. Someone asks, please, the levels, are they weeks? No. Remember, the program is running for 4 months, so the levels are not weeks. Okay. The levels are each of the models we may decide to treat in any of the weeks. Okay. So the levels are not weeks. Yeah, we talked about level 1 to 6. So if you want to take that as weeks, then means that the program is 6 weeks, right? And that's not true. Okay. So the levels are models that may come in any of the weeks. Okay. Um yeah, I think that answers that. Um so yes, I let me just continue. And um I was well we as well talk about front end and back end. I think I explained this earlier. The parts of an application or a software or a website that you see, right? That part is regarded as a front end. When you go into log into a website, right? You see different buttons, you see text, right? You see colors, right? You can click on a button and then it takes you to the next page, and all of those interactions that you do in your maybe social medias or other platforms, right? That part that you can see, right, is called the front end. We are going to explain dive deeper into that, and as well the back end. I talk about the underlying logic, what runs behind the scene, right? um, which we call the back end, right, is the bedrock, right, that helps us to connect what you're saying, right, with what you're not saying. Okay, remember I talked about the database, right? All of this we're going to talk about in this bootcamp. Okay, so what happens when you type google.com in your browser? Okay, so all of these questions, once you understand how you know the web works, right? How the internet works, then you're going to get deeper understanding of this. But in a simple terms, right? You are sending a request and you're getting a response. Okay, I don't want to bombard us with the technical
Sorry,
jargons for now. Okay,
sorry,
Jason.
sorry, Patrick. Sorry for cutting you again. I just want to answer some other questions which I feel
Okay.
we should put clarification to. So someone was asking, please, sir, please, after this training, is there going to be an internship opportunity? Yes, but actually is not for this training. So though we have a premium package which will also be going. I think we'll start that after this. That will be a full pack of this course. where you have an internship. After we'll post you to an internship place where you have a understanding like that. But for this course, we don't have an internship program. But what we do have is we are going to help you build your portfolio. We are going to help you build your portfolio and also bring into the program leaders, industry leaders, either in banking, in other industries, in other technology area like that. So, but for this program, this formal program, we don't have an internship program, but we do have a internship program for our premium subscribers. Sorry, yes, for the person that asked, so this class, the first class, yes, it's always on Thursdays, and I think we have other a day. So the course will be 2 days. We'll be teaching, while other days, there are other days that will just be a student spotlight where the best student will be showcased and the student can also win an incentive, and the other programs which we feel that is going to help the student. So sorry, I just want to rush this. Okay, I've answered some of these questions. Yeah, I've answered this. Yes, okay. Someone asked that do we have where we'll be submitting our text? Yes, we have a place where we'll be submitting our test. Our test, like any assignment that we give you, we will communicate how those assignments will be submitted back to us. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think that is all for now. I think that is all that we need to answer for now. So, others, you can drop your questions or what you feel that you can contribute. You can ask about any place, any area you are, you need clarification. You can ask your question. So, over to you, Mr. Patrick. So, sorry, Mr. Patrick. Me personally, I want to because I want us to eat more on this portfolio stuff, because portfolio structuring, because many people, even me personally, when I at I think 2019, 2020, I think. So, when I first want to go to my UI/UX job, so I was lucky. They called me when I submitted my resume. They called me that I should come. They fixed me for an interview because I've wrote many things that I felt I can do. So because of that, they called me. So, but I think the first thing they asked me in the call was I should provide a portfolio to my work. So, Mr. Patrick, how is it for you? Like, how is it for you as a full stack engineer? Do you really need to provide portfolio, or is it that the testimonials of other people will speak for you?
All right, Susan, thank you for that question. That was a very good one. So, yes, you definitely need a portfolio. Okay, so yeah, though sometimes, if you're able to stand out, I want to answer the other parts of the question before I come to this part. If you're able to stand out very well, then yes, other people's testimonies can speak for you, right? If you're able to stand out and people trust that you're good at what you do, okay, then other people's testimonies can speak for you and cover you, and then you can get hired without the without a portfolio. But aside from that, you need a very good portfolio. As you're working, as you're learning, as you're building things, right? You need to document, right? You need to document your process, right? Now, if I'm to hire someone, right? I mean, I wasn't there with the person when he or she was doing whatever you know um she was doing, right? I mean, the portfolio, stands as a proof that's going to convince me that okay, this person can actually, do this, right? This person can do this. If given this, he or she can do this. Okay, so the portfolio, a portfolio is very, very important. So for newbies that
Okay.
are standing,
Sorry for cutting you.
okay,
So for people that don't really understand portfolio, because it's like with we are speaking some language that they really don't people don't get to flow with us. So portfolio is like I'm looking for a way that I could break it down. So our portfolio is like an evidence of your jobs, like what you have done, your works that you have done. Just like a social media, just like you have pictures on your maybe Instagram, Facebook. So those are you can call that your picture archive and all of that. So now for your job, you need to have something like that, like your work, your jobs archive. So this is now called portfolio. Like that. So this place that you show all the things you have done, how you have done it, the impact is going to make, and you just give a brief summary or detailed explanation about the project. So because when if you need any job, like if you are going for an interview, that is what they will look for, and that is what they will look into. So for the last 4 months now, last 4 weeks, how much have we paid? Okay. Some people are already asking for the premium package. So I think that will be communicated in before at the end of this program, because we want anybody that is going to migrate to that. We want them to also have a understanding about that program. The difference about this program and the other one is that you have a physical interaction with software engineers, technical managers, and all that other professional in the field, and you also have the opportunities to work, do an internship, and also have an opportunity to own a project of your own. So, and again, there are many things to even benefit from these things. We have many incentives in place for our student spotlight, the student that will see that I've done something and that is very, very good and is pleasing. So we elect them as student spotlight. So this will be on weekly basis. So I've done, there any, okay, people are already telling you thank you. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Please, after this training, is there going to be an internship opportunity? I've answered this question before. Uh, okay, please. I've been struggling as a junior dev for years now. What mistake do beginners usually make that we should avoid? Collection of your project work, collection of your project worked on portfolio. Okay. Okay, someone is asking, Mr. Patrick, and I will first direct the question to you. So someone is asking, please, I have been struggling as a junior dev for developer for years now. What mistake do beginners usually make that we should avoid? So sorry, before I hand over to you, most mistake that I feel developer usually make is one. I think first I would say portfolio. Their portfolio is not really speaking well of them. So I think that portfolio need to speak well of them. And two, most of the things is they don't have the culture, and they don't have the cultural how will I put it? Is it the like they are not somehow cultured to work, they have not cultured themselves to work in a corporate organization, because though I believe that everybody can really adapt to to any corporate rules and all of that. But me, I feel that many people really find it difficult to adapt to corporate rule because me, for example, I'm saying this because me, for example, I was I usually laugh anytime I tell people this, and people really find it difficult for me to believe. For people really find it difficult to believe me because I was into hairdressing, hair making as a guy. So when I was in school before I now switched into tech. So one mistake people usually make as a junior software engineer is that they don't have a good portfolio. Over to you, Mr. Patrick. Um, please, you can also do it to contribute to the question.
All right. Thank you, Tosin. So we are actually just few minutes, to end the session, and I don't know. Should I answer this in our next session because it's actually going to be a lot. I mean, that question needs a lot of breakdown, right? I don't know. Can I? And also, well,
Oh,
we have a community, so we can as well answer that in the community. So, how about ask that question in the community again, and then we'll give a detailed breakdown. So, if you check the comments, you're going to see the link to the community, right? So,
yeah,
that's going to be a lot, and then we have just few
yeah,
minutes
okay.
to end this session. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes. Okay. Thank you
yeah.
very much. Yes, Mr. Patrick is right. We just booked for 1 hour, so the time is just 1 hour. So, but we have communities. We have you can do it to subscribe on this Instagram. At least if you have not subscribed to this channel is like is a sin, it's a big sin because what we'll be doing, you need to subscribe. And we have our Telegram channel, I believe the links will be dropping on the comment section now. And we have a WhatsApp group, WhatsApp channel. We have all our platform. We have Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So please do well to follow us and subscribe on all our channel. At least that is the only way you can at least pay us for the good job we are going to do. And I really appreciate the time and effort that everyone have put in organizing this program. Okay, okay. So, Mr. Patrick, um, okay, before I hand over, please also do it to join us on Thursday at 4. That will be our first class that will be teaching you. So we won't be doing much of talking, we'll be doing much of teaching and learning. So please do well to invite people that you want to also want them to also get something. Please do well to invite people, invite everyone, we share, we tag, we anything, just help us invite more people. The larger everybody is on this platform, the uh, the the good is going to boost our the vibe on this platform. So thank you very much. Really appreciate. And we pray by the end of this program, everybody is going to be impacted in a great way. Thank you, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you,
Thank you. I
Tosin.
don't know if you have a closing remark for everyone.
Mhm. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I can see your comments. Thank you. Yes, I hope to see you next Thursday by 4 p.m. Thank you, Tosin. It was a great one. And yeah, bye for now.
Okay, sorry, someone is asking a question. What resource do they need? Okay, I think what you need is for the basics, you should have a notepad. For the basics, you should have a notepad, have your book campaign. I think yes, the book campaign is very necessary. We should take it like a secondary school stuff. You remember that, Mr. Patrick, when you are also learning. I remember
Mhm.
then I used to write code down, and that thing really helped me a lot
Yeah.
in understanding some code. For now, I can't really forget HTML. So yes, you should come with your pen, your biro pen, and all of that. Do it to be on your systems or your phone. So that will be the only question I can answer. The rest, I promise to give justice to them on Thursday by 4 p.m. please do it to join our channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Mr. Patrick, thank you. And
All right.
thanks to Soft Zenith for making this possible. So bye for now.
Bye.